I'm going to give you 7 things that you need to do before 2026. This is a financial channel, so you know that these things are going to be financial moves that you need to make before the year is out. Before we start, I have a few links in the description. Click some of those links, check them out. I have a savings account down there. I have Mint Mobile, which is a great way to save money on your phone bill. Check those accounts in the description below, but let's get right into the video. The first thing you're going to need to do before 2026 is to run your numbers. 3 numbers I'm talking about is your net worth, your debt, and your monthly expenses. Find out what your net worth is so that we can know what we're striving for next year. Maybe we want to increase our net worth by $20,000, $30,000, but if we don't know where we started, then how can we know how much we've built? How can we know where our number is going to end up? So if you haven't even looked at your net worth, this is a great time to start calculating your net worth. And how do you actually calculate your net worth? Well, it's your assets minus your liabilities. So if you have $100,000 in assets, but you have $50,000 in debt, then your net worth will be about $50,000. So you want to find out what your net worth is so you have an idea of what to strive for in 2026. So you want to know how much you have in debt. So you need to calculate the total amount that you owe on debt, so you have an idea of how much you're going to pay off next year. When we don't have an idea of how much debt we have, we're just paying minimums on things, we're never going to get out of debt. So if you want to get out of debt, you want to be intentional for how you're going to pay down, and you want to actually know how much you have in debt. And student loans do count as debt. Some people don't count student loans as debt. Student loans are definitely debt, no matter how high they are, no matter how low they are, no matter how low the monthly payment or how high the monthly payment is, your student loan is definitely debt and should be factored into this number. The third thing is your monthly expenses. You want to track your monthly expenses. What was the average spend for you in 2025? Was it too high? Was it too low? And do we need to adjust for 2026? So it's great to find out how much you spent in 2025 so you can adjust for 2026. Maybe you spent $5,000 or $6,000 a month in 2025, but in 2026, you're saying, I actually want to spend $1,000 left. It's important to track these numbers so you know what's going on with your finance, so you know where your money's going. So track those numbers and let me know how it goes. Second thing you want to do before 2026 comes is to lock in automation. Now, if you're not automating your expenses, what are you doing? Why are you not automating your expenses? This is all I talk about. Automation is the key to building wealth. Automation will ensure that you have a great retirement. Automation will ensure that you're able to save every single month. You need to make sure that you have the right amount of money going towards your Roth IRAs, the right amount of money going towards your savings, the right amount of money going towards all your investment accounts, your 401ks. You need to make sure that your accounts are automatically being funded from your paycheck. So you want to ensure that your money is being funded. Go check your 401k right now. Make sure that the right amount of money is going to that account, and maybe you're getting a pay raise for 2026. So you might want to raise those contributions right now. So you can log in, raise your contributions for next year, 1%, 2%, anything will help out. This is very important. Automating your expenses is very important. I talk about it all the time. I really need to do a video solely on automating your finances. I might have already done one, but it needs an update. Automate your finances. I'm telling you guys, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Automation makes everything easy. And for 2026, we're going to pick one debt and focus on it. So this is the third thing. You're going to pick a debt. You can go by 2 different rules. There's 2 different rules for when picking debts. There's the snowball and the avalanche. The snowball is starting with the smallest debt, paying that off, and rolling the amount to the next and then to the next. Avalanche is paying off the highest interest rate debt first. So you pick one, pick something and pay it off as soon as possible. You could pick the interest rate, you could go the interest rate route, or you can go the lowest balance route. Pick one, stick with it, and let's pay off some debt for 2026. We're also going to create a no new debt rule. In 2026, we're not going to open up any more credit cards. We're not going to get another car. We're not going to go and open up some personal loan that has an interest rate of 10 to 20%. We're not going to do that in 2026. We did that in 2025. In 2026, we're going to change the way we move. We're going to change the way we operate, and we're not going to open up any new debts. We're going to actually be paying down these debts. Hopefully we get out of debt in 2026. So right now, 2025, you want to promise yourself, ensure yourself that you're not going to open up any more debts that's going to put you behind the 8 ball. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these debts have interest rates at 10, 15, 20%. But if you were to invest that money into the market, you're only going to get about 7 to 10, maybe 12% return on your money. So by taking out these high interest debts, you're playing a losing game if you're trying to invest. Even if you're not trying to invest, you're just losing so much money because the interest rates on these credit cards and these personal loans are so much higher than what you would have earned in the market. And the fifth thing is that you're going to set a savings floor. How much do you want to save in 2026? Right now, we're going to make this decision. Now, the best way to do this is by calculating your expenses from the first one. So you calculate your expenses. How much do you plan to spend monthly? And with whatever is left over, you're going to decide how much you're going to save. First, you want to get all your necessities out the way. All of your necessities, forget going out to eat, forget all the entertainment or shopping, get all your necessities, and what's left, maybe that can be saved, or you can save 30% of what's left. You need to have an idea of how much you want to save for 2026. And the best way to do this, I'm telling you guys, is automating. So maybe I want to save $300 a month in 2026. We're going to then automate that money from our paycheck to a separate savings account. So we're going to say, paycheck, I want you to automatically send $300 from my Capital One checking account, or just straight from my paycheck, to my Ally Bank. And I have the link to Ally High Yield Savings Account in the description below. They give you about a 3 or 3.5% return on your money. But we're saying we want that $300 going from my checking account or my paycheck directly to my savings account. A separate savings account that's not connected to your checking account. And if you're able to budget and spend within your means, you're going to see that savings account grow and grow and grow because it's being automatically funded. And the sixth thing you want to do in 2025, as we go into 2026, is to create a financial plan. Now, I have a financial plan. I know how much I need to invest. I know how much I need to save. I know my saving goals, what I'm saving for. I know how much I need to put into my Roth IRA for it to be nice and funded by the time I'm 59 and a half. You need to have an investment plan. If you're going to be good with your finances, if you want to be financially free, you can't just be out here doing anything, not tracking your numbers, not knowing what you're doing. You need to have plans. 2026, we're going to have a financial plan. We're going to know what we're doing. We're going to have an idea of how much we need to invest, have an idea of how much we need to save. We're not going to have an idea. We're going to know how much we need to invest. We're going to know how much we're going to save. We're going to know how much we're going to make in 2026. We're going to know where we're going to be. We're not going to have too many surprises because we have to put this plan in place and we're going to accomplish this plan. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen because we wrote these things down. So you want to have a plan as you go into 2026. Don't just go in there wide-eyed. You want to know how much you're paying off in debt. You want to know how much your debts are. You want to know everything about your finances in 2026. So in 2025, right now, as we are in December, start making these plans. Write it down. Give yourself some goals. Give yourself some goals that you can achieve in 2026. I'm telling you, by giving yourself goals, it will help you tremendous. And the final thing we're going to do is close the year clean. So if you have maybe $500 or $1,000 left on your credit card and you have the money in your account, let's pay those cards off. Let's enter the year debt-free. Let's enter the year without spending a whole bunch of money on Christmas gifts, without spending a whole bunch of money on trips. Let's enter the year with a nicely funded account. If you don't already have a funded account, then start right now. But let's enter the year clean. Let's have all of our bills caught up. Let's just enter the year without anything looming over our head, with our finances in order. This is the time to do it. I'm telling you guys, most people will wait until January 1st to make these changes, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make these changes as soon as possible, and we only have a few more days until 2026. But right now, you can put these changes on paper and change your financial future for the better. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.